Well, we're going to take you from start to finish on how to make a basic juice. This is our favorite green juice.
Now what we're going to show you today in this video can apply to just about any recipe, right? Because we're really going to show you some tips and tricks on how to prep your produce and how to juice it.
These are the basics. We do this every time. So the first thing is washing our produce. What we'll do is we'll take the produce, put it in a stainless steel bowl with about a quarter cup of apple cider vinegar.
And we do that because, you can wash and scrub with just water your produce, but you're not going to get everything off of it, right? Because there's bacteria on your produce, and the apple cider vinegar helps to get rid of that and kill that off, right?
Right. And from there, you take your produce, you'll rinse it under running water, and then you put it in especially the leafy greens, you want to put in a salad spinner. We've got a good recommendation up at juiceguru.com. It's the same one we use, and it's phenomenal.
Right, because you want to spin off all of the excess water from your produce or from your leafy greens because you're going to juice it, and you don't want that water mixing in with your pure juice.
So from there, we've got our produce all ready to go. I want to show you some basics. Like, we like to use ginger in our juices, and this is one way to peel it. It's a lot easier than using a peeler. Should we talk about that?
So when you use a peeler, most people use a peeler, and it's really hard to get into all those crevices. So what are you doing, babe? You're using a spoon.
Just a basic teaspoon.
And can you believe it? You can actually peel ginger with a spoon.
It's just a lot easier, and just get in there like that. And by the time you're done, you've got your ginger and it's ready to go.
No
We've done
cuts,
some prepping.
no muss, no fuss, right? Now the other thing you want to take into consideration is a lemon, right? Because we use a lot of lemon in our recipes, and the reason for that, there's many reasons for that. Number one, because lemon brings out the flavors of other produce really well. The other reason is because it makes a nice savory juice, and another reason is it's just full of nutrients.
It's alkalizing. It's got phytonutrients in it. It's phenomenal.
Okay. But the one thing you want to do, how do you want to cut that lemon? You want to take off the peel, but you want to leave the pith on, right?
Right. That's the pith right there. That's the outer rind, the white part of it. We do the same thing for oranges. We want to leave that off just because of all the nutrients in there, and it actually makes the juice frothy. You'll find the same with orange juice. It's amazing.
Makes like a creamsicle type of orange juice.
Right. You don't want to just push your oranges through a regular juicer. You want to keep the pith and then juice that, so you get a nice creamy juice.
So that's the lemons.
Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and just whip up some juice for us right here so you can get the idea of how we do it. We like to intermingle. We'll start with a hard vegetable, and then we'll go and then we can put a soft one in like cucumber, and then we'll intersperse some of the green vegetables like kale, and then go back to the hard vegetable because that seems to work best in the juicer. And in this case, depends what juicer you have, but we like to put into little pieces because it's easier for the juicer to handle.
So otherwise you might end up with a lot of clogs in your juicer, but the smaller the produce for a lot of juicers like this one, the better.
Well, let's go ahead and give it a try.
Go ahead.
Let's get some of that kale in there. And I just rip it up and put it right in there. Some more hard vegetable on top to get those greens pushing through. You can see the pulp, it's starting already over here. Get some lemon in there. Look at that, that's like liquid sunshine, isn't it?
You may not know this, but celery has a really salty flavor, and when you pair that with the lemon, it makes a really delicious juice.
Not to mention all the sodium, right? Or did you mention all the sodium?
Yeah, just the salty flavor.
Well, where's that come from? That's where we got that going, and we got the kale. And would you ever be able to sit down and just eat all this? That's what I mean. This is like a liquid supplement. It goes right into your body, perfectly balanced. There's nothing out there like it. You can't get this in a supplement in the store,
Definitely not.
Living enzymes, key nutrients. How's that looking to you, babe?
It's looking great. Just a little more kale and that would do it, right?
It's making me hungry. I'm not going to overdo it today. You want to get in all parts of the celery to offset the sodium. It actually balances it out perfectly. You don't want to just put in the middle part. you want to put in the leafy part too. Some more cucumber, and I think we might have a juice. What do you think?
Yep. Okay, so now the last thing you want to do, right, is when you're done with the juice through the juicer, you're still going to have some of the pulp left because none of these juicers are 100% effective, right, babe? So you're going to want to strain that juice with a strainer.
Right, you can see there's still some pulp there. So what I like to do is grab a spoon and really push it through, just get all those nutrients in there.
You kind of become the secondary juicer.
Right. Okay, let's put this over here. Go ahead and pour that in.
Now the last step is just to pour it in your glass.
Oh no, we didn't stir it. Like we like to mix it in with the spoon, don't we?
Well, if you really want to get your flavors combined really well, you want to take that same spoon that you just pushed through the juicer.
That's what I like to do. I like to mix it all together.
Stir it up like that. Makes all the flavors combine perfectly. And you just pour it in your cup and try that.
Cheers. Delicious.